Hey my dudes, how's it hanging? It's your boy ZNF1 here. So today I wanted to teach you guys how to create a fire with a bow drill, or some might call it a bow reel. But before we go and get into this, let's cue intro. Alrighty, so, bow drills, right? So you got your bow and your drill and a cap piece. Oh, and then other things you want to get too would be a piece of bark to catch the embers with, or like a leaf of some sort. You won't want it to be dry. Unless you obviously have to, but if it's dry, it's more likely just to catch fire and burn. So it's better to use a leaf that's still alive or like freshly picked from a tree. Then you want to get tinder to make a bird's nest with of some sort, so grass and like leaves and all that, bundle it up, make a nest with to put your ember in once you got it, from your board and everything. And then the final thing you want is your board piece with your notches and everything in it, so that way you can have a board to create friction with the drill and everything like that. So the reason why you want to make notches and everything like that inside the drill or the drill board is because whenever you sit there and create that friction and basically are drilling a hole into the board slowly, causing that friction to happen and everything, all those embers are going to slide off and go through those little notches. So that way they fall onto, your leaf or your bark. So that's why you put those underneath the notches, so that way it can catch it. But in order to make these notches, if you make a board from a tree that you had to cut down or anything like that, what you do is you take the, point of your knife and you just poke it in here like so, and you just move it around back and forth so you got a decent point in there. That way there's a point of friction that can start happening, or a point where you can put your bow drill in where it can start essentially digging out a hole when you're creating all that friction with it. One thing is I'd say make a board that's about a 1/4 inch roughly. It really helps whenever you do that because it's not so thick, and also try to use softer woods like pine and cedar wood if you can, because those generally have all of the materials, or it's going to be easy to make those materials with that tree. You can use the wood for every single part of it. I know that especially for cedar wood because I watched a whole video on it and everything else, and they talked about it. It'll even give you your tinder and your kindling for your bird's nest. Alrighty, so whenever you're doing this, what you want to do is you have your bow drill or your bow, and then your drill piece. You want to wrap the bow or the bowstring around the drill piece. And make sure you have one end that's sharp and the other end that's kind of soft. The reason why that is because the softer end you'd want at top, so that way you can put the cap on top of it to help it stay in place while you're creating all the friction with the bow, moving it back and forth. But so basically you take the string, right, put it around with the drill, and then flip it until you get enough friction on there, or enough tension from the string to hold it in place. And then another thing to keep it in place is you hold your finger on the string piece behind it, and it'll help out a lot. But once you get that stuff done, you just put it wherever you got your little slightly pre-dug hole, place your cap on top of it. Make sure you got your knee against your chest too, because it'll help out a lot. And then keep your foot on the board that you got, but you just move back and forth until you get fire for about 20 to 40 seconds. I got a different bow drill. I didn't have a good cap, so it made it a lot harder to use. And yeah, so I wanted to get this done for you guys. And it was way too hard to freaking do all this stuff because it's like, the wood's too just too difficult and frustrating. It took me forever to carve it out too. And that was with a big fucking knife too, that's really sharp. So you want to go for 20 to 40 seconds until you start to see smoke. And then, you know, you get the ember onto the leaf or whatever you got. You also put the tinder directly underneath it as well too. It's what this particular bow drill recommends. This ultimately is going to be your end result, you know, so you have your bird's nest with embers in it, and then you know, see, once you got the smoke and everything like that because of the embers, you slide it into your underside of the fire there, and you blow into it, whatever you got to do. Unless there's a breeze, let that do it for you. It'll make it nice, easy to get that fire going, you know. And if you don't know how to make a fire, I'll have a video for how to build one and like structure one up here. That would be what you want your end result to be, is smoke coming off, and you go for like 20 to 40 more seconds more after that. Then you put that into the fire, or like where you have your kindling bundled up to make a fire, like your twigs and everything, and then slowly add on larger and larger. Obviously my bow drill broke in the process of that, so I unfortunately had to go about a different way. I came close. You can kind of see the burn marks there on it, but I came really close. My middle cord here snaps. I'm trying to, you can kind of see it. It snapped right off. So normally it's supposed to go inside this hole right here, and I can't put it back in there yet. So I'm gonna have to drill a slightly bigger hole so I can feed that through there and tie a knot again. Alrighty, so that is gonna be it for today, my dudes. If you guys did enjoy it, please don't forget to, you know, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Then hit that bell icon so that way you get notified whenever my new videos drop. With that being said though, my dudes, I hope you all enjoyed, and as usual, please don't forget to, you know, live long and prosper, take care of peace, and keep it 1,000,000% real. I'll see you guys on the flip side.